Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a video with my best friend. She's coming. Give her a minute.
A few moments later.
She's coming. I already started. This is my best friend Mariah. She's pretty. She just had a baby, y'all, and I'm the godmother. I'm freaking out. All right. So today we're gonna be talking about, we are both teachers in Japan. So Mariah is an ALT and I teach at a international school, so that does not make me an ALT. So we're just talking about the similarities, differences, and stuff like that. So have you guys get a feel of it. A feel of it.
Yeah.
All right, so Mariah, can you tell us what you do, what company you do it at, how long you've been doing it?
So I teach English for a company called Interact. And here we're supposed to be culture ambassadors. So I've been doing it since March. And basically the way our company works is you work for the company, not for the schools. And once you get hired on, you go through a training, and then they'll tell you the school or schools that you will go to.
Okay. So I guess you already said one big difference. She works for the company, not the school. I work for the school, which is the company. So I guess that's it. So from your application time, how long before the school year did you need to apply so you could get your training and everything before you started work?
Well, initially I went to a teaching job fair that was in Akihabara. Believe it was November or December-ish.
And the school year starts in April.
Yes.
So November, that was like 6 months
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
Okay.
So I put in my application, and that was always accepting applications. By January, I got called in for an interview. There you could do either a in-person interview or a Skype interview. I chose to do in-person because in-person's more of my thing than trying to do a Skype interview.
Okay, so you got in contact with the company from the job fair?
They were there passing out
Oh, I thought you applied like on their website or something.
I did. I still had to go because I had already applied for Interact in the past before I even started living in Japan. I already had a portfolio that was already made.
Okay.
So I just had to update it, update my portfolio, submit my resume. Also, for my company, you have to have at least a bachelor's degree. It does not have to be in teaching, but it has to be a bachelor's degree.
Yeah, I think if you have watched my other video, getting a job as an African in Japan, I mentioned it. To get the bachelor's degree, especially if you want visa sponsorship, you need to have a bachelor's degree. And let me see, what's another question? How long was your training?
My training was only 1 week long. So after the interview process, they let you know they'll call you and give you an offer. You accept the offer, and then they'll tell you when training is. And training was in March, and you got also reimbursed for transportation. So whatever your transportation is, you got reimbursed that plus the times that you were going to training. So it was just 5 days.
Okay. All right. So what I did? Okay. So you applied 6 months ahead. Okay, you went to the job fair 6 months ahead. Did you fill out the application 6 months ahead?
No. The job fair was in either November or December, and I didn't put my application in until January.
Okay. So
and
that's
I got
4 months
They
ahead.
called me for a job offer in February.
Okay.
About a month later.
Okay. All right. So with my job, I applied through Craigslist. So you know how they post ads on Craigslist, you reply with your resume and stuff like that. So the principal got back to me and they set an interview date. He gave me like 3 options, whichever date was better for me. I went in for the interview, and from the interview I could tell I got the job. So he was telling me about the days that I would need to come in because the teacher I was replacing was still there for about another 2 weeks or so. So he wanted me to come in and just see how things are running and to see, and what he said was he wanted to see how the students react to me, especially the elementary school kids, because they can be difficult. So I came in for 3 days. I started work the first week of September 2018. And we're in September 2019, so I've been there for a little bit over a year. So I came in for 3 days before I actually started work proper. And the 3 days that I went in, they were having summer school, so it wasn't proper classes. So I went in like on a Monday, on a Wednesday, on a Friday, and then the next week, Monday, I started work. Yeah, so that's basically it.
I see. So your training was actually at the school.
Yes, like
So-
okay, yeah. So you guys don't train like on location.
No, we do not train on location. So our training is at a facility that's usually held, depending on where you are in Japan. So since we're in the Kanto style of Kanagawa region, ours was held in Yokohama, and everybody that's in there, you go to. So it was about maybe 50 to 75 different teachers. I'm not sure. All in the big room. Everybody's going to different BOEs, which is Board of Educations, and you learn basically how they expect you to be at AOT.
Okay, so training is not actually any teaching
It
going on.
it is teaching. It's teaching you how
to behave.
how to behave. It's teaching you how to basically show how to demonstrate English. So we don't teach English, we demonstrate it.
Okay, so they're teaching you their teaching style basically.
They're teaching,
okay.
yes. So, but you can still come out with your lessons as long as you're modeling the guidelines they have provided for you. And they very, very helpful. They give you lots of ideas, lots of brainstorming, and you're kind of nervous because you're like, oh, I'm gonna do it right. But by day 4, day 5, you do a practice mock.
Okay,
Type of
this is still
demo
part of
lesson.
the training.
Yes,
Okay.
because if you're elementary, your lessons are going to be 45 minutes long, because that's how long class can. That's how long class is. So your lessons can be up to 45 minutes. And if you're junior high school, I teach junior high school. Your lessons can be up to 50 minutes. So you would actually practice doing a demonstration lesson
For 50 minutes.
for 50 minutes long, and yeah, and you have like different instructors who you're in groups, and they groups of 4, so they kind of like give you feedback, tell you things to work on, what you did great at, and it's really, really helpful. So when you go to your school, you won't feel like you're nervous, but you don't teach right away. You have to do your self introductions to all of your classes.
Okay.
And yeah.
So when you were doing the interview, because I know there was one company that one like dispatch company for the ALT stuff that I was doing the interview process with, and they had asked me to send in a demonstration video,
Yeah.
a demo video. Did you have to do that?
I did have to do that.
Oh, so you sent it. How long was the demo video?
I believe it was no specific time length. It was you making sure that you hit over all the points that they asked for.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right, now let's talk about pay. How are you paid? Like monthly, weekly, bi-weekly, stuff like that. I get paid every month. So I've been there for a full year, so the owner of the school, she said I do get a pay raise for renewing my contract. So I don't know how much that is yet, so we'll find out.
So for us, we get paid monthly. I believe it's every 2 years with Interact that you can receive
Like a bonus.
increase in pay.
Okay, and how long is your contract? Is it a year?
1 year.
Okay.
So contract starts in April, ends in March.
All right, so let's talk about your day-to-day, what your classes look like. So what is your role as an ALT in like a physical class? Because you have there's not just one teacher, there's 2 of you.
Yes, it's 2 of us. So you have the JTEs, which is the Japanese teacher of English, and the AOT, which is the assistant language teacher. So I am there to assist the Japanese teacher with with English. So the JTE, it's their classroom, it's their show. I am only there to assist. If they ask me to come up with activities, I do so. I run it by them, see if they like it or not, depending on what the lesson is for that class. And honestly, that responsibility is on you to make sure you're checking in with the teachers and
With the JTEs. Okay.
to see, if what you came up with is okay. Some of the JTEs will already have activities planned for you. Sometimes you just go to class and you're just going to help with pronunciation, reading, and a lot of times it's spent in the teacher's classroom. So in the teacher's room. So there's a big teacher's room, the staff room, and you're going to spend a lot of time there because you may not have any classes for the entire day.
Do you have days that you don't have any classes?
I have days where I still have to go to work and don't have any classes.
Yeah, that sucks.
I mean,
it's boring.
It's
Can you just like sit there and just like Instagram and Snapchat all day though?
I guess it depends on the school you're at.
Okay.
Whatever.
But it's frowned upon.
It just depends.
I know Japanese people, it's frowned upon, y'all. Alright, so my school day is, there's a staff room, but then all teachers have their own classrooms.
That's nice.
Yeah, right? So you have like your desk, you have your laptop, you have your own little corner. I got clothes in there, I got spare shit in there. Like, I don't know, I have because it's my corner, it's my classroom. I can decorate it and personalize it as much as I want. I think I'm gonna do a video like a day in my life or something like that, so I can show you guys my classroom. But I have classes every day, but not throughout the whole day. First of all, you teach junior high school. I teach kindergarten. I teach reading and writing. I have science class, I have math class, I have social studies class, and then the kids have music class and they have Japanese class, and then we go to the park 2 times a week. So when they have Japanese class twice a week. So when they have their Japanese class, I'm not the Japanese teacher. We are not even allowed to speak Japanese in school. But you guys are encouraged to speak Japanese, right?
No, we are not.
Oh, you're not?
It's discouraged. Maybe with the teachers, but not
with the students.
With the students.
Okay, like us teachers, students, doesn't matter who, parents, no matter what, we're not allowed to speak Japanese in school. So when they have their Japanese class, I'm just in my corner on my computer. And when they have their music class, I'm not involved in that either. So those times, that's like just my free time. As well, they have a class with the principal once a week. So when they have the principal's class, that's like an hour, I have that time to myself too. So pretty much every single day, I have time that I'm not teaching them, where they have some other activity going on. In my class or in the international school setting, like the English teacher is the lead teacher and the Japanese teacher is the assistant. Yes, it's flip. Yeah, so it's my classroom, I control what goes on. I'm the leader, I'm the boss of my class. So I guess that's a really big difference with ALTs and then private school.
Well, it just depends because every classroom is different. Essentially, it is the JTE is the lead teacher and you are assistant. But some teachers, depending on how strong of a teacher you are, will allow you to teach for the entire class. I get to teach more freely and independently with the second year students than I do any of the other ones. And the third year students, I do a lot of their assessment testing.
We don't have tests in my school. Like kindergarten, we have no tests. Now we do have elementary classes as well. There is an elementary teacher, but there's days that we also teach. So I have my classes on Wednesday with elementary school, and elementary classes do have tests. All right, let's talk about class sizes.
The max is 40 for junior high school.
For ALTs, for public schools?
That I know of. I believe it's 40.
How many students do you have in your class though, like your average class?
40. I will have no more than 40 students in the classroom.
Okay, I have 15 students in my classroom and I have the biggest class in school.
Wow.
Yes.
What about dress code?
Oh, dress code. That's a good one. Well, you can pretty much, at school, you can pretty much show up how you like. I could go to school like this, but I have to wear the school t-shirt on top of it. So as long as, I think that there's, in terms of bottoms, there's 2 things that are frowned upon. Sweatpants and ripped jeans. Anything else is cool.
Business attire. So for the
She
summer,
goes to school in suits, y'all, every
cool,
day.
Cool bits. I mean, no,
Every day.
I don't wear suits every day. I don't wear suits every day. I will mix it up and I will wear a blouse and some slacks.
A blouse. Like you about to go meet Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, so you have to dress the part.
Yes, all ALTs. That there's not a single in Japanese public schools. That is how the teachers dress.
Yeah,
you have to be business
attire.
Business attire, business casual. Business casual is for summertime, right? Summertime they allow business
cool
casual, cool biz.
Yeah, cool.
But in winter, come see them buttoned up in suits and talk. All right, working days, Monday to Fridays, except Japanese holidays.
Yes, same.
I'm at work from 8:30 to 5.
My specific schedule is 8:40 to 3:30.
I don't work till 5 o'clock, except so I work till the latest time I have class is 3 o'clock. Then from 3 to 5 is just like preparation for the next day and doing 1 or 2 things around. Sometimes we have meetings and stuff like that if there are events coming up. And only on Wednesday when I have elementary classes when I finish at 6:30.
Once a month we have ALT meetings where I'm in the Yokosuka BOE, so we will have a meeting to do training, to go over some good tactics, what you may or may not have trouble with, which I really like about my company. They're always asking, what are ways we can improve, do better? How are you getting along with your schools? Like, they are actually genuinely concerned about how teaching, working in your personal life is going for you, since it is adjustment living in another country.
Okay, and that's the next question. How is your relationship with your colleagues? Because, like, okay, for Interact, they can send you to a couple of schools, but you were lucky. They sent you only to
one
school.
Because
so
my
she's
school
one.
is
She's
huge.
the lucky one. Because normally those companies, they can give you like 2-3 schools at a time in the same like area. All right, how's your relationship with your colleagues and coworkers, other English teachers and Japanese teachers and stuff like that?
They are amazing.
Oh, really? That's good.
I love them all. I love my students. Like, I miss work
camera?
because I'm on. No, I really do. I really tell my husband, like, I really love this job because it's not very demanding, and it's not super. I'm not super bored either. I get, during my lesson and planning, I can come up with lessons for miles and miles on end, and I still have a little downtime for myself.
Yeah, I mean, we're not close, but
No,
me and
close.
like my colleagues and I, we have a pretty good
working relationship. I have something called nomikais. Those are very, very big in the business working world in Japan. So basically, we had a beginning of the year nomikai, which means like bottomless drinks or something like that. Okay. Just a couple of hours, but you just continues to drink and you mingle, you socialize, you get to know the other teachers. They give out like different awards and things for different teachers and faculty and staff, and it's really, really nice. With us, it's strictly business professional with the Japanese teachers, but within the AOT community, it's encouraged to have friends, go out and drink. So yeah, they do within my BOE.
Okay. I think the one time that we have like a work party is during Christmas. We have our staff Christmas party. Let me see, what else do the people want to know? Okay, what about time off? Like personal days and emergency days and stuff like that.
Okay, so basically you get 10 days of paid leave, and 5 of those days are already scheduled for you during the summer, and then the other 5 you use at your own discretion, but you have to wait until you work with the company for at least 3 months.
Oh, 3 months? Okay.
They are very generous.
Most places are 6 months.
Yes, but my company is very generous. So 3 months, then you can use any time. So I've had doctor's appointments before, obviously, my 3 months. So I would take either half a day off, and it would just be unpaid.
Okay, you're unpaid for half of the day.
For
whole day?
Just half of the day of what I put on for.
Okay. So you get paid for when you're at work. Okay. All right. So this school that I'm at is different because I can't say so for all private schools. If you guys have seen my story time about my worst work experience in Japan, I met Mariah at that job, so that's why we looked at each other like, oh yeah. They are pretty lenient, I would want to say, with their days off, because the way it's just like, because we have a good relationship between the teachers, us teachers, we kind of help each other. So if somebody's absent, you kind of go out of your way to make sure that their class is good and their classes are covered, and so they don't feel it, like the students are still taken care of, lessons are still being taught and stuff like that. Like, we make it work. So like, obviously you're not being absent on purpose just to make people work some more, but emergencies come up. Okay, just two weeks ago, I was in class, literally. She texted me, I'm in labor, come to the hospital. So it's like that. They're very understanding and stuff like that. So it's like a really big, we try to be close and stuff. And I'm really comfortable where I am right now. So I cannot say that. Like, if you've seen my story time, you would know why I said don't, like, all international schools is not like that. I have been at a place where it was, I don't think I never took a day off. If I missed work by an hour, he paid me by month. Like, the salary wasn't by hour, but if I had to leave early for some reason, he told me he wouldn't pay me for that hour. I'm like, you don't pay me per hour. hour. Wow. What? Like, you don't pay me per hour.
Calm
You
down.
don't pay me
You
per
don't
hour.
work for him anymore.
You don't pay me per hour,
Oh
sir.
my gosh.
That shit used to
You know,
make
I
me
never
so
understood
mad.
that why you had to make up for hours with
When you're not.
with the bus, like how you.
Ex-
I never really understood that because, like you said, it's a salary.
It's a salary.
Yeah.
Okay, what about freedom of hair? Freedom of hair. So in my school, they don't care if you show up with the rainbow on your hair, a rainbow afro on your hair. That's your personal problem. It doesn't concern anybody, and the kids love it. Oh, Yaya's hair is purple today. That's cool.
No.
And then up to you. No.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So it has to be a natural hair color. It can't be like rainbow.
Can't be nothing not natural. So natural is black
Yeah.
and brown.
And it should be neat. So it's not like they say, oh, you can't wear afro or something like that. It just needs to look presentable, and it can't be any wild color, which I think should change since if we are culture
Cultural
ambassadors, you know, if that's, you know, part of your culture, that's where you're from, this is how we dress in my country, then I feel like we should be able to express that.
Do they do the touching? Like, sugoi ne, hey, yokata.
Some do, some don't.
Yeah,
So,
I get
it's okay.
nitpicky with it when I'm out like in public and random people, but like in school, especially with my kids, I always encourage them, like, if you want to touch my hair, you can always ask, oh yeah, can I touch your hair? And I give them permission to, like, because they're
Yeah.
curious. What about your contract renewal? Is it up to you or is it up to the
I believe they will, if they want you to come back, they'll offer you a renewal. Like, that's always up to the company.
Okay, so if you want to come back but they don't want you, that could still be the end of it?
Maybe you could appeal and ask. Maybe, I'm not sure, but I don't think I'll have a problem with it.
Like, you know, you're
Like,
doing,
I wouldn't want me,
Like,
like,
of course y'all want me. But, yeah, but ours is like, nobody even asked me. Like, I'm just working right now because actually, like, the physical paper, I haven't gotten a physical paper renewal, but we all just kind of know that I'm still there and stuff. Yeah, like, we just know, like, all right, guys. Thank you for watching my video with my best friend Mariah. If you have any questions, write in the comment section. You go ahead and ask us any questions. And if you want to see her again, let me know.
Yeah, and if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.
And subscribe. Say it one more time.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. All right, guys. Hope to see you again soon. Give him a kiss.